Today I'm going to talk about individual income tax. My name is Dan, and I've been with Revenue for about 10 years now. With the 2022 Form Illinois 1040, as of now, there's not a lot of major changes to go over this year. There's mainly cosmetic changes and some other minor things to go over. Mostly the federal line references. If anything changed on the federal return, we changed the line references for Illinois. In the exemption allowance on line 10 increased. And then on step 12, we have an addition. In step 12, there is now a checkbox authorizing IDOR to provide you with provide your information for health insurance eligibility to other state offices and to get you information from the State Health Benefits Exchange. This is part of Public Act 1020799. We would be able to, by checking that box, we'd be able to share your contact and income information with the Department of Healthcare and Family Services and the Department of Insurance in order to provide information to you about your eligibility for health insurance benefits. The information provided to you will also include health insurance enrollment options. The information shared with the other state agencies shall be kept confidential and used only in determining your eligibility for those benefits. And again, that is in step 12. It's a small checkbox there on line 41. It's not required to be checked, but if you want it shared with DHFS and Department of Insurance, you can check that. Continuing, the exemption allowance increased to $2,425 for the tax year 2022. And just as a reminder, if your federal filing status is married filing joint and your federal adjusted gross income is greater than $500,000, you are not entitled to an exemption allowance on line 10. You would just enter 0 there on line 10. If your federal filing status is anything else, that threshold is $250,000. And again, you wouldn't be entitled to that exemption allowance if you are over that $250,000 if you have anything other than married filing joint. There have been some minor changes to the Form Illinois 1040X amended individual income tax return. Most of the changes are cosmetic to make it resemble the Illinois 1040 in formatting. The major change you'll see is at the top of the Illinois 1040X, you'll no longer see the section asking for the federal finalization dates and the reason for amending the Illinois 1040. These were all moved to the back page toward the bottom, and you'll see this section asking for federal finalization dates and the reason for amending the Illinois 1040 are now located in step 11 versus the top of the form on the front page. The signatures and third-party designee are now located in step 12 of the Illinois 1040X. The Illinois 1040X is now available for modernized e-file or MEF. So contact your software company if the amended return is not supported. This is something new for this year. There will be 3 new credits this year on the 1299, and they will be added to the 1299A, 1299A, 1299C, and finally the 1299D. The first one is the agritourism liability insurance income tax credit that was part of Public Act 1020700. And this became effective for tax years beginning on or after January 1, 2022 and ending on or before December 31st, 2023. For more information about who qualifies for this credit and how to get that information, you would need to contact the Illinois Department of Agriculture. And they would be able to get that and get the credits for that to be able to add it to your tax return to take use of the credit if available. Secondly, the Recovery and Mental Health Income Tax Credit, which became effective for tax years beginning on or after January 1, 2023. This has been added to all those forms, and you would need to contact the Illinois Department of Human Services, or IDHS, for more information about who's available, how to get that credit. Once you get the information on that, you would be able to use it on any of those 1299 forms. Additionally, the Reimagining Electric Vehicles Illinois Investments became effective on or after November 16th of 2021, and the credit has been added to all of those 1299s. As a result, any information about it to be able to get that credit, you would need to talk to the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity to get more information and all the details that were outlined with that in Public Act 1020669. And finally, the Public Act 1020700 created the Manufacturing Illinois Chips for Real Opportunity Micro Act. The Micro Act establishes 3 new credits: the Micro Act Illinois credit, the Micro Construction Jobs credit, and the Micro Project Investment Tax credit. The 3 new credits may be applied against income tax starting with tax year beginning on or after January 1st of 2025. However, those credits can start to be earned with tax years beginning on or after January 1, 2023. So again, this is another one you'd have to contact the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity for more information as far as who's available, who's eligible, how you get that credits for it and everything. And then if eligible, you would just use it on your Illinois return with those 1299s. There are some credits that have been updated as far as their expiration dates. The first one being the hospital tax credit. It has been extended to tax years ending on or before December 31st, 2027. The Economic Development for a Growing Economy, or more commonly known as the EDGE tax credit, has been extended to tax years ending on or prior to June 30th of 2027. The Film Production Services tax credit, no new credits will be awarded for tax years beginning on or after January 1 of 2027. And finally, the Invest in Kids has been extended to tax years ending on or before December 31st, 2023. And now we move on to the Schedule G. As of this year, the legislature only added one new donation option, and that is the 100 Club of Illinois Fund. Your contribution supports the 100 Club of Illinois charity created by Public Act 102-1060 to provide resources to the families of first responders killed in the line of duty and active duty first responders. And now we're just going to move on to some other information that helps with general processing. For individual tax returns, the average processing times are for mailed returns take on average to 90 to 120 days. And again, this is an average. This isn't based on inventory and things, those may adjust. Electronic returns take about 4 to 6 weeks. Current year amended returns take about 6 to 9 months. Prior year amended returns and all correspondence take about 9 to 12 months. And finally, original return correspondence will take about 4 to 6 months to complete. There are certain things that can be done to help speed up processing times. One is file your return electronically. You can either use third-party software or use mytax.illinois.gov, which is a free service. You can enter your correct, make sure to enter your correct social security number and name, or I-10. If you have an I-10, if you are married, you must include the spouse's social security number and name. If you received federally taxed Social Security benefits or qualified retirement income, you may be able to subtract it on line 5. And you'll need to look at the instructions of the Illinois 1040 to see the information regarding that subtraction. Attach a completed Schedule IL WIT, and this is only needed for paper returns if you're filing it electronically. The IL WIT is not required. And also any withholding forms, so W-2s, 1099s, W-2Gs, anything that shows Illinois withholding to support the amount that you claimed as Illinois income tax withheld on line 25. Continuing, making sure to enter the correct amounts for the estimated payment you made, including any overpayment applied from a prior year return. You may verify the amount using our estimated payment inquiry on our website, and that's at mytax.illinois.gov, and Illinois is spelled out. Make sure to include any required attachments. So if you have a Schedule M, Schedule ICR, Schedule Illinois EIC, Schedule CR, any of the federal forms that would be required to be filed with your Form Illinois 1040, make sure that those are attached so that we don't have to reach out and ask for them later, that delays processing. Make sure that you have any support documentation available in your records if requested. So once you file a return, keep all of that information together, because if we do have to send a letter out requesting information, it makes it a quicker process if you already have it available. And again, as a reminder, all first-year filers will automatically default to paper refund checks. If you are claiming a property tax credit, you must enter the county in which your property is located and the property number on the Schedule ICR Illinois credits. Make sure to review the return and any entries you made on each line, and make sure that they're accurate, and verify all your calculations, especially for paper returns. Often the electronic ones will verify and calculate automatically. And then one of the big things, if you're filing a paper return, is make sure that you sign your return. This will delay it because we will have to ask for your signature to be able to process the return. And if you're entering an amount that you want refunded to you on line 37, you must check either the direct deposit or paper check box on line 38 to indicate how you would like IDOR to issue your refund. If you would like an amount of your overpayment carried forward to next year, write the amount on line 39 of the Illinois 1040. The next thing that we are going to talk about is rebates, and we get a lot of questions about that here in taxpayer assistance. The deadline to file either the Illinois 1040 PTR, your Illinois 1040 or Illinois 1040X was Monday, October 17th, 2022. Any Illinois 1040 PTRs, the Illinois 1040 or Illinois 1040X received after that date will be processed, but will not be eligible for rebates. We are continuing to issue the rebate checks over the next several months, and taxpayers can continue to check on the status of the rebate at our website at tax.illinois.gov, which will link to our web accounts at mytax.illinois.gov. There, when you are at mytax.illinois.gov, you can go to the Where's My Rebate application on the main page. To use that, you will need your name and social security number, or I-10, and your 2021 adjusted gross income amount as reported on your 2021 Form Illinois 1040 or the Form Illinois 1040 PTR if you filed that. Or if you don't have the AGI, if you have your Illinois PIN, and you can obtain your Illinois PIN using the inquiry process at mytax.illinois.gov.
Okay, this is Peter. I'm just going to go through some of the questions we've had here. I do see there was one question that I was not able to get to further back in the Q&A list, and that was asked a couple times. And this was, if anybody knows if 1299Cs that are normally filed with the IL 1040 have to be paper filed, or are those going to be allowed to be filed with MEF returns. I do know that for 2022, we will not have the ability to file a return with the 1299C on my tax at this time, but that may still be able to be filed through MEF. I would like to defer to our e-filing specialists on that one. There's been a lot of questions asked about whether there will be handouts on this. We addressed it before, but we'll say that we will post the slides and the recording of this presentation at a later time on our main website, tax.illinois.gov. I've gotten a few questions as well about whether 1099-Gs are going to be issued for 2022 and whether those will include the income tax and property tax rebates that were received in 2022. We've been informed that they should be including those in there. However, they will not be taxable to Illinois. They should still be subtractable on line 6 of the 2022 IL 1040. And also keep in mind that not everyone who receives a rebate is going to receive a 1099-G. We do not mail them out, but they will be available to be viewed on our My Tax Illinois website.